Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy ChilledGaming. Today we're going to race through Stardew Valley. If you're unfamiliar with Stardew Valley, it's a farming dating simulator. So naturally, we're going to be racing to the bottom of the mines. We chose to run on the same seed. We used a random number generator to get the seed number. That way our games would be the same, so theoretically, neither of us would get a bonus due to better luck. We are also playing Stardew Valley Expanded mod, so the game may look a little different than you're used to. If you're a fan of Stardew Valley but have never played Expanded, we recommend you check it out.
I went in on the regular farm for Expanded, which was quite a bit bigger than the base game farm.
I, however, decided to go with the mining farm because I thought it would help me level up my mining skill, and it's smaller so I can get around the whole farm quicker.
We both moved the TV to the side of the bed. This is so that we can easily and quickly check the luck for the day. As I discovered, by not doing this one day, luck can really impact your playthrough. Day 1, I decided to grab some wood to make a chest, so I wouldn't have to carry all of my crap with me. I also worked to clean the path to the mountains towards the left of my house. I then went to sleep, thinking I'd sleep until day 5 when the mines open up. When I woke up on day 2, however, I decided to plant my parsnips. They only take 4 days to grow, and it's very likely that there will be at least 4 rainy days in spring. This will also provide a nice source of food or a potential money pot later on. I then sleep until day 5.
On day 1, I collect wood for a chest, starting with the trees between my house and the primary exit for my farm. I plant the parsnips and then head to the farm south of mine, as it is a good place to get wild berries to restore your energy. Once that is complete, I head to bed and sleep until day 5.
I grab all of the forageables on the way to the mountains so that I will have some food, and then start on the mines after receiving the rusty sword from Marlin. I pass out on floor 3. This is not a promising start, especially as there is a checkpoint every 5 levels. On top of this, I have just lost my sword. I can buy it back, but not until tomorrow. This is okay, however, because Stardew Expanded has some extra goodies, so I work to the point of exhaustion and then sleep until summer, grabbing my parsnips before spring ends. I was planning on doing this anyways, but I hope to get a little further in the mines today.
On day 5, I put all my tools except my pickaxe in the chest I made. I also hang on to a piece of coal because we'll be getting a lot of those in the mine anyway. It was at this point I looked at Fried Dough's screen and saw that she had adjusted the UI scale. So I adjusted mine and zoomed out as well, which is what I think Fried Dough meant to do.
You got me there.
I then head to the mines, picking up some forageables along the way. I immediately skip the cutscene and start mining. On the early floors, I prioritize getting copper and killing bad guys, because copper is very useful for the rest of the run, and killing bad guys doesn't take energy, which is the biggest limiting factor in the early game. It still has a chance to let you go down floors though. On floor 6, I encounter an infested floors. These have nothing to mine, and a ladder only appears once you kill all the enemies. These usually take longer than regular floors. But on floor 9, I start to feel exhausted, so once I find the ladder and get the checkpoint on floor 10, I use my pickaxe to exhaust myself, which teleports me back to my house at the start of the next day. It's much faster than walking all the way back.
It is now summer for me. The reason I wanted to wait until summer is that the area above the mountains opens up towards the beginning of summer. I thought it was the first day of summer, but I was mistaken. So I wasted some time running all the way there just to discover it wasn't open yet. I headed home to sleep once again. I slept until the 4th, and I got a letter that the rock slide was moved, so I headed over to the mountains again. I went through town this time, thinking I would get the community center cutscene, but didn't, so I abandoned that plan. I was thinking that if I got the minecarts up and running, that could save some time. However, in the long run, I think the setup would have taken too much time anyways. In Stardew Valley Expanded, there's an extra area above the train station. This area contains a cemetery, and in that cemetery there's a sword. It does a damage range of 1 to 25. Seeing that Zex has already reached floor 10, I'm not sure this strat will pay off, but here we go. I also grab the forageables from the ground, and once again enter the mines. My new sword comes in quite handy in these first floors. However, because it can still deal as low as 1 damage, it is somewhat of a gamble. Zex and I have played quite a bit of Stardew together in the past, and I am usually the one who does the farming and fishing while he focuses on mining and combat. As such, I need all the help I can get, especially in the area of fighting. My first real day in the mines is going great. I make it all the way to floor 18 and am hit with a combat floor. I didn't realize this at first, and seeing the railway tracks, which often lead to a freebie ladder at the end, I follow them, only to be disappointed. I do get a nice stash of coal, however. I go back and kill all the monsters I can find, however no ladder appears. This confuses me because I know there should be a ladder. Zex pauses his game to help me out, and we discover a dang Dougie hiding in the dirt. I'm so frustrated by this. But I obliterate him, and a way down opens up. I make it to floor 20, where I pick up the steel sword, but it's not as good as my rapier. I find a huge copper stash on floor 24, and make it to floor 25, and then exhaust myself to instant teleport home. All in all, a pretty good day in the mines.
On my second day in the mines, I start getting exhausted on floor 27. I eat a few leeks and continue on to floor 28, where I have to eat the last of my leeks and start using bombs to conserve my energy. On floor 29, I find the ladder very quickly using a bomb and get to the checkpoint floor 30. I exhaust myself and death warp home. I level up in mining and combat, as well as foraging, but that's not really important. Leveling up in mining allows me to make small bombs with the copper that I've been saving up. This will help me on the lower floors, where the rocks are more difficult to break. On day 11, I had another good luck day, so I went back to the mines. I didn't clean out my inventory well enough, though. On floors 30 to 39, they are very dark, and in my opinion, the worst floors to mine on. I don't have a source of light with me, but the first 4 ladders I find are next to wall lamps. I don't see a ladder on floor 35, but I couldn't walk over the spot, so I guessed that it must have been there. Floor 40 with about half energy. On floors 40 to 44, oh my goodness. They go by very quickly due to lots of weak enemies and naturally spawning ladders. I end the day on floor 50, but my energy is high enough that I'm forced to walk back home, as it will be quicker in this case. I don't attempt to go on because of how low my health is. I have a lead, so I may as well play it safe.
I didn't check my luck, but with how my day went, I'm guessing it was bad. There were multiple floors where I got rid of almost every rock and enemy before a ladder appeared. By the time I had gone down 3 floors, my energy was nearly depleted, and I had just made it to floor 30 before giving up on the day and passing out. 5 floors in one day is terrible. At this point, I decided to check the luck before heading to the mines, as that day felt like a huge waste of time. This cursed day happened as Zex was flying through the mines, going from floor 30 to floor 50 in one day. I created a furnace and started smelting copper, and then having checked the luck and seeing it was bad, I went back to bed. Wish real life worked like this sometimes. I had a string of bad luck days before finally getting a good one. Today the spirits should shower everyone with fortune. Hi-ho, off to the mines I go. I've made it to the dark floors. As Zex mentioned, these floors are incredibly annoying, especially if you don't have a glow ring. My usual strat when I can't see is to walk towards the stone I'm mining, and if I can't move forward, that's where the ladder is. I also pick up a torch, because these provide a small amount of light when you hold them over your head. I find multiple freebies and another on the first rock I broke. All this allowed me to get to floor 38. Both floor 38 and 39 took a little while before I found a ladder, but I finally make it to floor 40 and leave the dark behind. I hit floor 43 and am quickly running out of energy. I want to make it down 2 more to 45 and get that checkpoint. On 44, I see a huge iron vein. It's not likely that the iron will be useful to me, but I bomb it anyways and a ladder appears. I've made it to 45. Having a good amount of food and a lot of time left in the day, I decide to try and push on. The next 5 floors are a breeze and I hit floor 50. On 51, I get exhausted and insta-warp home. The next day, I check my luck, and it's a bad day again. Having smelted 5 copper bars, I decide to sell all the valuables I've collected so far in hopes of getting enough to upgrade my pick. For that, I'll need 2,500. I decide to hang on to the parsnips because if I make enough, I can use them for food. This will be the first time I'm making money all run, somehow I don't feel like a very successful farmer. I end up with 1800, which isn't enough, so I sell the parsnips. I see it's a bad luck day, so I figure I might as well go see Clint. He's the blacksmith who upgrades tools. It will take a couple of days for my pick to be finished, so I sleep it off.
Now that I've made it home and rested my bed, I see that I've made it to level 2 in mining. This is a very big deal as it allows me to craft staircases, which will allow me to go down 1 floor for the cost of 99 stone. Believe it or not, I have quite a bit of stone from mining. From floors 50 to 62, I run into a lot of enemies. They take a long time to kill because my sword is incredibly weak. I encounter a ghost on almost every floor, which are very annoying to fight, as they go flying away when you hit them. There are a number of times where I almost pass out. I hit floor 60 and got the crystal dagger. It does a lot more damage, but only attacks right in front of you, as opposed to the sword, which swings, making fighting multiple enemies more difficult, but individual ones easier. I made it to floor 63, but it was infested, and I did not have enough health to survive. I didn't lose any items, so I exhausted myself and went home. My recording wouldn't start at this point, so I made some changes in my settings. This resulted in me accidentally recording my settings tab for half an hour instead of the game. This is quite frustrating, but I can't go back and record it now. So, you'll be watching fried dough for a while.
When I go to see Clint and get my pickaxe upgraded, his shop is closed. He doesn't open until 9, so I just wait around. Usually while I wait for Clint to open, I would be fishing. However, having removed my fishing rod to make room in my bag, this is not possible. Unfortunately, this is also during the time Zex lost his footage. After I get my picks, I head to the mine. I checked my TV in the morning to see what the luck would be like. As I run across the bridge, you'll see one of the new characters introduced in Stardew Expanded. Her name is Claire, and she works for Joja. I'm not sure if upgrading my pickaxe will be worth it, but I've already committed to it. An upgraded pickaxe allows you to break rocks quicker using less energy, so it has potential to give me a boost. We'll just have to see if the time it saves makes up for the time it takes to upgrade it. I grab some forageables and stop to chat with Marlin. In Stardew Expanded, Marlin holds a bigger role. He is out in the community more, and you are able to become friends with him. He's the one who gives you the keys to the sewers rather than Gunther. On floor 51, I got a freebie, and right by it there was a diamond, so I took a bit of extra time to grab it. I likely won't need the money from it, as I don't intend to upgrade my pick again, but I just can't leave a diamond. For some reason, that doesn't feel right. The next floor was infested, but there was a ladder at the end even though I hadn't killed all the enemies. I'm not sure why that was, but I grabbed the coal and headed down. I have to say, ghosts are probably my least favorite mob. They teleport away whenever you touch them, which means they take forever to kill. So floor 53 takes way too long, but I immediately find a ladder on 54, and on 55 I get to kill another ghost. 56 makes 3 ghosts in quick succession, and I wander around breaking rocks trying to find a ladder. It takes me a very long time before I'm able to finally make it down to 57. A bat drops a ladder on floor 57, and there's another freebie on 58. Considering I spent a decent portion of the morning waiting for Clint, this has been an okay day in the mine so far. 59 is a spiral floor, which are also incredibly annoying, but I find a ladder pretty easily, and I've made it to floor 60. Here I pick up the crystal dagger. Because my sword has a minimum damage of 1, I figure it's worth switching to the crystal dagger. On floor 62, you may notice a round purple rock. These are gemstone rocks, and they contain a random gemstone. I get an amethyst from the one I break. On floor 65, I eat some food to regain my energy. I have some weapons that I want to sell, however, I realize I never finished the quest to kill 10 slime that allows you to enter the Adventurers Guild, so I head up to floor 11 to hunt some slime. I found one, and rather than go mining, I just take the elevator straight down to floor 15. I find a couple more, and a ladder, but my slime luck is lacking. I decide to try 4-5, and I hit the slime jackpot. That's not something I ever thought I'd be saying. I kill enough slime to gain some status in the Adventurers Guild, so I head out and try to enter. But the guild is closed for the night, so I hit the ground in frustration until I pass out. During the night, I level up in mining and combat. I have some extra stuff lying around, so I sell it. Then I check the luck for the day. I have a string of unlucky days, so I just sleep through them. Because I've slept for a couple of days, there's a lot of forageables that pile up, so I grab them on my way to the mines. The Adventurers Guild doesn't open until noon, so I go down into the pit. I like the dust sprites. They break rocks for you, and with so many of them, it's fairly easy to get a ladder drop from them. They also remind me of the soot sprites from Spirited Away, which was one of my favorite movies growing up. On floor 66, a ghost finally did some good and gave me a ladder. On 67, I get a ladder from the third rock that I break. On 68, I pick up some iron and some topaz, I kill a ghost, and then I get a ladder down to 69. Floor 69 takes a bit of extra time, but I hit floor 70. The chest on floor 70 contains the master slingshot. I already have my other slingshot with me though, so I just leave it behind. I bomb my way down to a ladder on 71. On 72, I get a ladder almost right away. 73 takes a little extra time with me killing a skelly and a bat, but finally getting the ladder. 74 is another floor that just takes a long time. I use a bomb that turns out to be useless, and after having exhausted myself breaking over half the rocks on the floor, I finally get the ladder. I take the elevator up and enter the Adventurers Guild. I want to buy explosive ammo, however, I discover you don't get explosive ammo from the guild. This is unfortunate. I don't actually know how to get explosive ammo. I put myself in a timeout. I think at this point I actually was trying to look up how to get explosive ammo, but I use the last bit of my energy I've acquired through eating my veggies, and I go down to floor 80. For those who may not be aware, there are 120 floors in the mines, so I have 40 more to go. On floor 80, I get the Firewalker boots, which give me 3 defense and 3 immunity. If you can clearly explain what immunity does, please do so in the comments. I work my way down to 85, eating some grapes for sustenance as I go. I don't think I'll make it another 5 floors, so I break a big rock, which gives me a lot of stone. I can use stone later to make ladders. I exhaust myself and pass out. It takes 99 stone to make a ladder, so I craft 3 before heading back to the mines. Apparently, ladders aren't supposed to stack, but for whatever reason, the game lets me. I pick up some fruit on the way, and at this point, Zex comes back from his hiatus.
I've lost my lead. I'm behind now. This is because I decided to upgrade my pickaxe instead of converting all of my copper into bombs. But I upgraded my pickaxe at the point when I wouldn't be using it anymore. On floor 82, I get knocked out and decide to go back into the mines. This is because I'm behind and I need to make up ground. On floor 83, I find a new sword, and it's very helpful as I can now fight bats again. I start bombing as many rocks as I can, and I'm able to make it to floor 85 at 12:10 a.m. But I have too much energy to exhaust myself, and it's too long to run back, so I just keep mining anyways. This turns out to be a good idea, as I find the ladder on floor 85 very quickly, and under the first rock on floor 86. On floor 87, there's a freebie, and I find a ladder with my first bomb on floor 88. On floor 89, I realize I only have 20 minutes left in the day, so I create a staircase and go down to floor 90. I get the sword from the chest and then pass out immediately. Fortunately, I only have to sleep through 1 day to get good luck again. I find some copper on floor 94. I'm going to be bombing through the mines. I'll see you in a bit.
While Zex was catching up to me, I made my way down quite a ways, and I get knocked out on floor 98. Clint finds me, and fortunately, I don't lose anything. I decided to teleport back home, and the next day is a good luck day again. I removed my slingshot from my inventory, as it's useless to me right now, since I can't figure out where to get explosive ammo. I head back to the mines, and I'm zooming today. I find the first 3 ladders in quick succession. I used a ladder that I had built on 98 because I wasn't finding anything, and another one on 99 because it's a spiral floor. I always forget that you get a star drop on floor 100, which fills your energy all the way. So I grabbed it even though I was only at half energy. I want to conserve my ladders because they will probably come in handy later on. However, floor 103 is infested with slime, so I ladder down to 104. I'm also trying to grab as much stone as I can so I'll be able to make more ladders. I find a diamond on 104 and once again take the time to grab it. I hit floor 105 and cruise on down to 106, where I get knocked out again by a stinking bat. This time it's Maru who finds me. I lose my warp totem, my coal, and my money. It's the coal that hits me hard though, as I need it to make bombs. Being so low on health and energy, I give up on the day, exhaust myself, and go home. I only had to sleep through one day to get another good luck day. I have 15 floors yet, but because I passed out when I did, Zex has now surpassed me and is 3 floors ahead.
Even though I have the lead, I realize that I have to complete the mines today, because if I don't, Fried Dough will pass me again. I did not collect the star drop right away on floor 100, because I knew that it would be better to come back and get it when my energy was low. I did not realize that it would not fill my health as well. When I made it to 105, I figured I was low enough on energy to go back and collect the star drop, and I could use the elevator to get right back without losing any progress. Floor 110 is a guaranteed freebie. However, I got lucky getting a free ladder on floors 112, 11, and 13. On floor 114, I'm thrown into a fight immediately, and I try to run away, but end up passing out. This really sucks because 115 would have saved my progress, meaning that now I have to go all the way back to floor 110, eat all my vegetables, and heal up, because Fried Dough is at 112 at this point.
I thought my chances were over when I'd passed out the last time, and I had to go all the way back home. But now that Zex has lost some progress, I see potential for a win again. I have 3 ladders ready to go, so I just need to get to floor 117 and I'll be okay. I find the ladder on 112 pretty quickly, and there's a freebie on 113. 114 takes a decent amount of time, but hitting 115 is huge. I get the ladder on 115 right away. I have a bomb that I use on 116, which gives me the ladder, and there's a freebie on 117. I use my ladders on 118 and 119, and I retrieve the skull key. At this point, Zex has made it to 116, and had he not passed out, I'm confident he would have easily beaten me. This race was so fun, and in the end it was so close. We really enjoyed doing this race, and I think neither of us expected it to turn out how it did. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep up with our content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. We'll probably do more races in Stardew in the future, so if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see us do, let us know in the comments.